Hi, it's Glenn here. In the last video I showed you how we can upload the SLOBS software to your web host, and hopefully you would have noticed that there were no settings to worry about. There was no database to set up, and there was no MySQL to worry about either. SLOBS uses its own bespoke simple platform database format, and that is managed by the software itself, and you don't need to worry about it. In this video I'm going to show you how we can add blogs to the system so we've got something to post to. On the left hand side you'll notice that we have menu options, so we'll click on add new blog. In this window you'll see that we have four fields. We have the blog name, the poster email and the admin email addresses and categories. Now the admin email address isn't used in this particular version, but it does actually need a field information in it. The idea is in a future version an email will be automatically sent to the email address letting you know that an article has been posted to a particular blog and details of that post. And if you're a solopreneur working on your own, then you don't really need to worry about that, but if you've gained clients, this system will automatically let them know that you've been posting and working on their behalf, so you don't need to worry about informing them. With the blog name, which we'll add now, we need alphanumeric characters only, including the space. So I'm going to put Glenn's Awesome Business Blog. You'll notice that there's an apostrophe after the S in Glenn's, and the system doesn't like that. So as long as you're using upper or lowercase letters, spacing and numbers, then the system is quite happy with that. Anything else is rejected. So we need the posting email address. Now the posting email address is the individual emails that you set up for individual blogs. It's not the one central control email that where your articles are sent to. This is the one that is set up for your individual blogs. So we will highlight that. Control C. Sorry about the pop in the background. That's my clipboard utility that captures all my clips. So I'm simply going to do Control V there, come down and Control V, and you'll notice that this was an email address that was set up in a previous video, and it will be destroyed after these videos have been recorded. Next we have categories. So let me come back to my text pad. And you'll notice these what we're working on before. I've actually deliberately mucked them up. I've split them into several lines. Some are individuals on their own, some have got commas separated, and these are comma separated values, or CSVs as it's commonly known. There's even a blank line there, and you'll notice that there are several spaces before a couple of these entries, even ones that have got comma separated values. The software will tidy all of that up, so as long as you've got CSVs or comma separated values all in one line or on multiple lines, the software doesn't care. It doesn't care if you've got an individual category on its own on one line either. As long as those two criteria are met, the software's happy. So we're going to do Control A to select all, and then Control C to copy. Come back to the software, and in categories we will paste it. Paste as plain text, please, because if you get this information anywhere other than a plain text file, it might contain formatting that will upset the software. So paste as plain text. Removes that formatting as you see there. There's lots of spaces. There's a blank line there. So we're going to add that blog, and hopefully it will tell us everything's hunky-dory. Anything in green means that it's all okay, it's very happy. If there's anything wrong with it, it will be red instead of green, and it will tell you what the problem is. And scroll down the bottom and it congratulates us that everything is set up correctly. So simply going to show you that all of these categories that were in a mess are now tidy. So I'm going to edit blog settings. Wouldn't need to normally do this. We've only got one blog set up at the moment. That's one we just added. So we'll click and select that one, and then next. And obviously you'll have several after a while. And as you can see here under categories, it's all been tidy. So that concludes this video. So you can add your blogs at will. In the next video, we're going to show you how you can start posting from e-zine articles and posting plain HTML articles as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.